Hello, hello, everybody. Is anybody here? I know it's early, and I said I was going to go live tonight at 7, but I changed my mind and I'm going live now. Um, it just works better. If you are here, say hello. We are actually on the Cozy Town Sleuth page, as well as YouTube, as well as the Tanya Kappas page. And the reason why I'm going live on all of those is so we can promote Cozy Town Sleuth. If you are not a member of Cozy Town Sleuths, I would love for you to join us. Here is the link. It is a group that I started years ago where we were taking I had decided that I wanted y'all to visit my cozy town. So what I did was I got a bunch of authors together and we called it Cozy Town Sleuth. So you were able to come and hang out with the different people of your favorite series. And so what happened was that it evolved into that for a few years, and then it kind of went away for a few years. Like we just were, doing different things. I'm itchy. And then then I would belong to a blog of traditional authors. So we kind of took it in that direction for a couple of years. And then a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, I got me and 11 other authors to come in and make it a fun place for you to chat with your favorite mystery authors. And each one of us has a day a month, or a day every other week, 2 times a month. And we also get to do one book club a year. And this was my book club, and I chose to do Four Leaf Felony, which is in my holiday cozy mystery series. So if you have read this, put it in the chat. Probably not a lot of people are going to be here because it's during the day, but that's okay. It kind of works better for me to do it during the day. So I apologize, but you can always re-watch it. But if you don't belong to Cozy Town Sleuths in Facebook, I encourage you to click that link that's over there or under there or wherever it is where you're at, and join us because it's a lot of fun. Today, I think our friend Catherine Coles is in there, and then I'm every other Monday. So next Monday, I'll be in there. And so we don't want you to miss it. We have a lot of fun, a lot of giveaways. It's so popular. And also we have Rowena joining us today. Hi, Rowena. Can you say hi? Huh? So Eddie and I just got back from camping. Before we start talking about the book, and we're not going to really give spoilers in case you haven't read it, but we're going to talk about the series and why I came up with this series. But in the meantime, Rowena has been very clingy today. Eddie and I, we traded in our travel trailer camper and bought a drivable camper. So we had not used it yet. So in an impromptu quick trip last Monday, we decided to hop in and head south. And it was cold here. And as a matter of fact, you can't really see outside, but it is snowing in Kentucky right now as I am talking to you, which I'm just like, so over it. But anyways, and so what happened was that our son, who lives in Nashville, he has gone to Denver where he has snow skiing. So we decided, we're going to go somewhere really south and visit Jack again. So we went back down to Georgia, down North Savannah, where they celebrate. We'll talk about this book and Savannah. So where we celebrated, St. Patrick's Day. And then we just went down there for a quick trip and visited with him since he has a few days left in the season of basketball before the NCAA tournament. So just kind of visit with him, take him out to supper, knowing that I'm not going to see him for a few months. And it was beautiful. It was 80 degrees. The campground was really, really cute. National Camping Month is in June, and I highly encourage you to join my Patreon, which is where I talk about all of these things, as well as in June, we actually, let me get a let's see. I'm going to try to get let's see. I'm hoping maybe you can check it out here. We'll put the link in the description as well. But the month of June is National Camping Month. So I take all the Patreons on a camping tour across America every year during June, and that is a lot of fun. So you can check out my Patreon group there and join us there. Currently, all I think of the tiers are open. Do not hold me to it. I'm not quite sure. But the last I checked, then we had all the tiers are open. So, I think the only tier that's not open is our book box tier. But oh my gosh, I got one of their book boxes are quarterly. So they are getting ready to go out and they got a really cool thing going in there. But I think it's really cool. I mean, I think all the stuff is cool, but the one particular thing, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. But and I'll be talking about that later. But anyways, if you want to jump over there, but that is what we did, and we left Rowena at home because we didn't know, we'd not had lived or stayed in the drivable for that long, and so we thought, well, we want to work out all the kinks before we take her, and she was not happy. So today she's been super, super, super clingy. But anyways, it looks like we have some friends here before we start our book club, which we're really not going to have a full real book club. We're just going to talk about the series, talk about this book in particular and how it came to be and how Savannah played a big part in this. Hey, Anita, how are you? Darla, how are you? This again is our Facebook group, Cozy Town Sleuth. I encourage you to come. This is also on the YouTube if you're there. Hello, April. It's good to see you as well. Hello, Deborah. Anita read it. I'm so glad. At work, maybe post, which that's okay, Denise. I'm glad you're here. I haven't gotten to this book yet. Get me started. Yes. Everybody's saying hello, Rowena. This is our Patreon that you can see there. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Allison. We do have people here. I'm so happy. So let me tell you a little bit about this series. If you have read the Camper and Criminals Cozy Mystery Series with Mae West, you are going to know in the first few books of the series, a pain in her neck is Violet Reinhammer. So y'all know if you've read it, Violet is a reporter. She is with the local Normal Gazette newspaper. She also has her own show called Good Day in the Park. And she also is a reporter for the news station there in Normal. So she, of course, is always up into May and the Laundry Club ladies' business. And she is just somebody that they just cannot stand. They can't get rid of her. And so there was a time where her and Bay came together and solved a few crimes. And after that, it was just like I opened a door to her to just live in my head. Every time I was writing a book, not even in the Camper series, Violet's right there. Hey, I would really be good at solving this crime. I would be really good at looking at that. I can use my skills to look into, the journalism skills. I have a pass. I can get places that some sleuths can't get. I know how to dig around for stuff. So she was living in my head, and I'm like, Violet, you're wearing me out. So this all goes back to Patreon. So I have a Patreon group. It's a few thousand cozy mystery readers, and we're in there. And I thought, oh, what can I give them something special? I said, I'll just write a quick. Oh, there goes my cuckoo clock. Sorry, because we're all cuckoo. Anyway, so I said I'll write a quick short story and just give it to my Patreons, and it's just for them, from Violet. Well, the short story that I had in my head just started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm like, oh, Violet might have her own series. And really, initially, Violet was going to just go look for a job somewhere else and not really get the job, but maybe have like a little cute sleuthing thing, maybe call May while she's at this place in California getting the job. And then it just turned into, oh my gosh, this turned into such a bigger thing. And so Violet, if you and you can read the first chapter on my website at TanyaKappas.com. Let me pull that up really fast as well. As you can see, I just kind of do things on the fly. So we are glad you are here. So anyways, what happened is that in the first chapter, she is on an airplane. And I know that you guys probably sit by somebody like me on an airplane where I am like, just gabbing away about, oh, I've got 4 kids. Here they are. Oh, this is my cat. Da, 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 this, that, and the other. I work in a camper. And so, you sit by those people on an airplane. That's me. I'm those people. So when I was writing it, I was laughing because I thought, oh my gosh, Violet, who doesn't care about anybody but herself, right? She gets on an airplane and she is kind of hold down like that. Of course I got this. When you're on brand with your brand and you see something for sale that's cute, it's a candle. But anyways, and so what happened is that Violet, she ends up, sitting next to this lady during this short story that I'm writing. And she's like, oh, I've got these 3 grandkids and blah, 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 blah. And lo and behold, Violet excuses herself to go to the bathroom because she's tired of listening about the grandkids. And so what happens is that she finds a dead body. So the dead body is in the airplane. And so the airplane has to make an emergency landing. And you know how airplanes, like for us, if we want to fly to see our son in Savannah, we literally we start out in Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, which seriously, if you don't know anything about Northern Kentucky Cincinnati International Airport, it's located in Northern Kentucky, not even in Cincinnati. So whatever. So we have to go from Cincinnati to Washington, D.C., all the way back down to Georgia to get there. So a couple of the people on the plane live in this small town, but what happened is that they were coming from somewhere. They had to make a connection in California to get back on the plane. Even though they passed over Holiday Junction, they had to pass back. So they have to get on a plane to make the connection to go back to the small airport in Holiday Junction. So they make an emergency landing in Holiday Junction, which happens to be some of the people on board's hometown and where the victim is from. So it all was there. But Violet is so excited because she's there. She's on the ground as a reporter, this huge news breaking thing. She's going live on her phone because people go live on their phone all the time with like news breaks or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I try not to watch the news. So what happens is I hear, Violet like going, okay, live from this scene and blah, blah, blah. When all of a sudden the sheriff tells them this plane is grounded. Everybody is on, cannot leave. They all have to stay until we can get to them. So Violet's like, then I have to stay here. I might as well report on it because I'm going to my big job opportunity. So this short story really turned into a long story. So what happened was I thought, oh, well, this isn't a short story. Violet needs her own series. So I had already written the next book in the Camper series, and it was ready to be published. It had been edited 4 times. It had gone through the ARC team. It had gone through the beta readers. But I knew that in that book, the next one, Violet wasn't going to be able to be in because we were getting our own series at this point. So I had to go back into that book and make a scene where Dottie, of all people, because we all know that Violet is a thorn in Dottie's side, is that Violet had to see Dottie where else but Trail's Coffee and say she's on her way to Lexington to jump on an airplane to head to California for this huge interview. So I had to go back into that camper book and I had to add that in where Dottie said, hey, you guys, y'all aren't going to believe who I just saw. Violet Reinhammer. She said she's moving to California. So that kind of gets her out of that series. But I had already also written the next book in the series with Violet in it. So I had to go back and redo both of those books in the camper series to get Violet out because Violet was not out when I was thinking of this short story for our Patreon group. So that's when Violet the whole time is cheering me on in the middle of the night. Yeah, give me. That's my story. So Violet got her own story. And I'm like, well, what can be different about this series? What can be different? Right, Rowena? And Rowena is so good at helping me figure things out. So Virena said, well, you love reading cozy mysteries during the holidays. Make it a holiday cozy mystery series. And I'm like, oh, okay, I think I will. So what I decided to do was write all of these stories for our Patreon group. Where are you going, sis? Sis, what are you doing? So I decided to write all of these books in our Patreon for them as I just can't move her. We just kind of do our own thing when you're going live with me. So, anyways, what happened is that I decided that I would write these and say for today, like I wrote 4,000 words in the Maisie Doss series, book 4. So so I would write every morning on Maisie, and then I would post what I wrote to my Patreon. So they were able to get it right off the press. It's not edited. It's not, it might change, but it's okay because they get it. They get the gist of the stories, and I get feedback from them. So they're like, oh, yeah, cool, we'll do that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give it to my Patreon. Also, they get all the audiobooks as well. But instead of just doing it for Patreon, I also decided that I would do it for Kindle Vella. And I don't know if you guys are on Kindle Vella, but it also too is where I says it is not a full story. It is something that it is a full story, but it is not edited, I guess I should say. So if you are on Kindle Vella, or if you want to check out Kindle Vella, this is the next book in the series. You can actually find all the series on Kindle Vella, or if you're on Patreon, you can just type it in and read the stories. But what happened is that I write them and then I put them up. And so that's how they get them first. So we have Chocolate Bunny Betrayal. We have 4th of July Forgery. We have Santa Claus Surprise. We have Mother's Day Murder. We have Halloween Homicide. We have 4 Leaf Felony. We also have our newest one that is not, let's see if I can pull up a picture of, let's see, it's called, which is on pre-order now, which is called April Fool's Alibi. So we'll pull up that picture so that this is what it looks like. And so, as you can see, all of the books are on brand and all of them have the holiday theme. But this is Violet's own thing. So, when Violet was decided that when Rowena said, oh, let's do them in holidays, then I'm like, okay, well, I need to have a holiday. So, I'm like, oh, what better holiday did I just, this was a few years ago, go to in Savannah, but was St. Patrick's Day. And if you know anything about St. Patrick's Day, it's huge there. And there's that Forsyth Fountain, which, spoiler alert, that beautiful fountain in Forsyth Park that looks like it's from Europe or some big architect did it, came from the Sears and Roebuck's catalog years ago. I think that's hysterical. It was not even a fancy fountain. It was ordered through the Sears and Roebuck catalog. Who remembers that catalog? Me. Yeah, I remember that catalog. But anyways, and so that was in my mind. And I thought, oh, well, I'll call it Make It During St. Patrick's Day, and how fun. So I went totally down the rabbit hole with this book. The society is an actual real Irish society that I chose to use. So then I'm thinking to myself, okay, what in the world can I call the town? And then I'm like, oh, easy, Holiday Junction. And so everything in this series is based on various holidays. All the towns have all the little small cute shops, all the really fun stuff in the town are named after the holidays. and it's really a great thing. It's crazy. So then I thought, oh my goodness, also we could have a mayor as a dog. As crazy as that sound, the little town that's around here by me, they have a mayor for a dog. And it is something that the town folk actually, let's see if I can pull that up. Rabbit Hash, Kentucky. And they actually, let's see if I can pull up. Let's see. Oh, here's a fun one on YouTube. I guess I could pull up a let's see. We'll just pull up Rabbit Hash. And I'll give you the link to that. But anyways, what Rabbit Hash has is just a little that it is a actual um town, and it's only got 260 people in the town. So the town is really kind of run by the town folk, just like a little um, community, like a little board members, I guess. And so in order to raise money for the town, they actually have an election for the town mayor, which is a dog. It's $1 a vote, and then it helps keep the Rabbit Hash General Store up, which is so cute. If you go to Tanya Kappas on Facebook or on my website and type in Rabbit Hash, I have some blogs and I have some different posts that I made over the years about Rabbit Hash. And it's such a cute little town, and it has a general store, and it's so much fun. But anyways, the dogs, they have an actual mayoral race where the dogs run against each other and they campaign, and it's $1 a vote. And I think currently right now, the mayor is they have a vice mayor as well. But the current mayor of Rabbit Hash, let me see before I get it wrong, is named Wilbur. He is a French. Let's see if I can pull his little picture up. He is a French bulldog. Y'all didn't know y'all were going to get a history lesson today, but this is everything that goes in for me to write a book. Like, I want to know all the things. I knew it was cute. So here is the mayor of Rabbit Hash. His name is Wilbur. He is so darn cute. He is a French bulldog. He won with 13,143 votes out of 22,985 votes. And you're thinking, how in the world is it that they got so many votes? Because more than just people in Rabbit Hash, which is 260 something people, can vote. So, because really it is a fundraiser, but their town council is the one who makes all the decisions. So I thought, oh my gosh, how cute would that be? So we have our own Boston Terrier mayor in holiday cozy mystery series named Paisley, and she is adorable. So the more these things came up, the more I got to cackling how funny it would be that we would have a mayor. And then not only that, there's Dave the Rooster, who, if you ever seen the show Better Call Saul, well, his owner is named Diffie Delk. And if you think of Saul, you're totally in line with Diffie Delk. So Diffie Delk was kind of modeled after him. And he has a pet rooster named Dave. And Dave is actually a better hound dog than a hound dog when it comes to crime. And so it was a lot of fun writing about this. But of course, with every cozy mystery, there's always an underlining thread of romance. And Violet sure does have her fair share of suitors, but it's not a triangle. I don't do those, but I know that you would like this. So that is exactly how I came up with this series. And now we are 10 books. Well, the 9th book, which is April Fool's Alibi, releases. It was supposed to release on the 31st, but I actually just moved the date up to the 28th. So you guys should check out April Fool's Alibi if you want to read it now. You can always again go back to the this I believe is the Kindle Vella. It's already on Kindle Vella, or if you're on my Patreon, you've already read it months ago. And we are actually getting ready to start the next book in the series on Patreon, which is, ta-da, no one has seen this cover yet, Columbus Day Conundrum. So this will be out in September before Columbus Day. So this will be the 10th book in Violet Reinhammer's series. We will stop there for a second and I will see if there's any other people here comments. Hey, Kate, how are you? How are you? Denise says that she loves Violet and her romance. Yes. How many times? Who all can date somebody that owns a lighthouse? Oh, so if you love the romance, just think about what's going to happen on Columbus Day Conundrum. Loving Violet has her own series. Thank you so much. I love your writing style so much. I just came across your May Rest series, my library. It's so incredible so far. Thank you so much, April. We love May, and our own very own Violet from that series is here. Also, I don't think I have it with me. We have, and also in the series, we have called New Year's Nuisance, and our very own Mae West flies out to see Violet on New Year's. And of course, there's always a crime, so she has to help her. Rowena looks comfortable. She did look comfortable, didn't she? In the holiday series. Thank you, Denise. This is the excerpt for the first chapter. If you've not read it, I put it there also and on YouTube. This is where I was talking about how I wrote the series for my Patreon. It started off as a short story for Violet because she was never intending to leave Normal Kentucky, the camper series, until she's like, I gotta have my own series. So you can read them on Kindle Vella. Anita says, I can't wait to read, but I still have to read the Thanksgiving book first. Yes, that's okay. Yeah, that's, I also don't have that one pulled up here, but there are 10 so much. I remember the catalog. Yeah, the Sears and Roebuck catalog. That's exactly where the fountain came from in this book. I enjoy your holiday. Hey, Gypsy, how are you? Thank you so much. Here is all about Rabbit Hash and their mayor as a dog, which is local to us in Kentucky. And he is cute. Thank you. Oh, here is our friend Jeannie. Jean, somebody has a birthday next month, and somebody by the name of Rowena might have just signed you a birthday card. Our friend Jeannie is having a birthday next month, and they all get she's also part of Patreon, so she gets a signed card birthday greeting from our very own Rowena. So we worked on those today. Thank you, Barbara. I'm so glad you're loving it. Love the cover. Thank you, the new one. And I never thought I would love Violet. I know that's everybody said, and I didn't either. When I first started the series, I was like, oh, I don't know how I'm really gonna love her and how I'm really going to bring her there. And I get a lot of people that say to me, Tanya, where is this located? I had a reader say, I have looked at all the maps all over the United States. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, how come, where is it that there is a seaside, a mountainside, a countryside, and a cute small town between Kentucky and California? And I'm like, it's just in the state of Tanya. That's where it's located. There is no state. There is no state. I will never name a state, but it's fiction. And not all things are like the real world, right? So that's why we write fiction, to escape. And I made it up because it was exactly what I thought I would like to live. And I would love that. And so this book is set in a fictitious town, one I've never been to. I don't even know if there's any place like it in the United States, but I knew that I had to get her there. So we do this thing as writers called on brand. And so my brand is me. I'm the brand of Tanya Kappas Books. books, but then I bring you into the South. I bring you into Southern. Introduce you to all of that. So all of my books, even the Maisie Doss books, are all Southern and cozy and comforting and on brand. And so, but this book, I just had to get her out of normal and get her there. It really didn't have all the Southern on brand things. So what happened is that the next book in the series is called Mother's Day Murder, which is coming up Mother's Day. And I knew what would happen if her mama, Millie K. Reinhammer, showed up on her doorsteps with her luggage, gonna leave Violet's daddy. So her mama brought the Southern to the series in the second book. So you are going to get that. It's still on brand with Tanya Kappa's books, but I have grown to love Violet so much that she is such a joy to write, and I cannot wait until I start writing Columbus Day Conundrum. Millie K is fantastic. She is, and I just love her so much. And thank you, Ro, for your birthday card. April says, I definitely had to get caught on my birthday is Columbus. Oh, good. I love that. Indigenous People Day as well. Yes, it is. I love that, April. So that will come out and it's already up for pre-order. So you can grab that pre-order if you want right here, and making it easy for y'all to just to grab that little link. Anita said, I didn't like her since May didn't like her. Yeah, I know. I had to grow to like her, but she wore me out so much. I'm like, I have got to write all about Violet because she just has to have her own series. So you guys, if you have not jumped over yet and joined Cozy Town Sleuth, I encourage you to do so. There are 12 of us over there and we have such a good time. We really do a lot of, put a lot of thought into all of our readers and connecting with you, and to make sure that you are part of our world as much as you want to be. Again, I encourage you, if you want to be part of my world and a lot of the people on here, a lot of their world, I encourage you to jump over to either Tanya Kappa's books here on Facebook or become a member of my Patreon, where we have book club this week. So if you guys are on here, remember we have book club on Sunday. Again, I love seeing you all on here. Thank you so much. And if you are here, leave a comment. And if you are rewatching this, leave a comment, and I will pick a very special winner for today's live. All you have to do is comment below by saying hello or something fun you're doing, or if you loved the series this far and loved this book so far, I encourage you just to type something below, even an emoji, and you'll be entered to win, and I will pick a winner next Monday. Also, I did a giveaway last Monday in Cozy Town Sleuth that I will pick a winner for also on Monday. So just go ahead, you guys, make a comment, and I love you all, and I will be live tomorrow on my page at Tanya Kappa's Books. Bye, y'all.